You ready for this? Look, you can see the water inside of it. You see it rocking around in there? So pretty much every day, driving into town, you round this curve, you look over to the left, and there it is, behind the shed. I don't know if you can see it. Right there, sitting out in the open, ready to be had. Here we are rounding the barn into the pasture land. And there's the car. We're gonna back up to it, load it up. This is only the second time I've ever actually seen this car in person. So I've seen it driving down the road a lot. And finally tracked down the owner, finally got a deal done, finally bring it home. All the interior is gone, but he has all of it inside the barn. I wish he had put the car inside the barn. But it looks like the car used to be blue on blue. The saddest part is that the hood is literally right there. So this engine, I guarantee you, is totally shot, just because there's no way that it turns, being out here for at least 5 years that I know about it. I've known about it for 5 years. It's never had been rained on for 5 years. You know it's full of water. So we got the trailer, we got the winch. We have one flat tire, but we should be okay. And we'll start winching. So we have it hooked up to the winch. We have one flat tire. Hopefully that won't be an issue, and I don't know if the car's in neutral. So we'll figure that out, and then we'll winch it and see if the wheels actually turn. Well, one's turning. Looks like all the wheels move. That's good. We just have this one flat one. Yeah, it looks good. Down there?
Looks okay. This tire is sad.
Dragon.
See, that right there should be enough. We just got to go a couple inches.
Yep, we'll be up there. Can we drop it?
Let me see if we're past where we need to go. Yeah, we should drop it. Yes, go ahead.
Looks pretty good.
You don't want to leave the farm.
No. This cow wants to come home.
This came off. I know it's going to a better home. That's all that matters. If you're lucky, I'll get a ride in it. Yeah, someday you'll get a ride. You'll let you drive it.
Alright, after about an hour, we got it all loaded up. The car is completely full of parts. Parts up to the top. Pretty much everything that you saw that was missing is in the car. And if you look here in the back, all kinds of parts. Alright, we made it back. It was all of 2 miles and like 3 minutes. It was not a long drive. Oh, so it definitely needs some cleaning up, but first what I'm gonna have to do is really just need to unload it off the trailer, because I need to use the trailer tomorrow for something else. So we're gonna have to get a different tire for that one and maybe air up that one a little bit, and then it should, once the tire's up, it shouldn't catch anymore and it should roll right off. I'm sure some of you are curious to see what this engine looks like after sitting outside for 5 years in a field. Now, the previous owner told me that it would run. It won't. I guarantee it won't, and I'll tell you why. So, even though it has the air cleaner on it, there's still ways for water to get in the motor. Mainly, it's going to be down the hole that is on the wing nut. So we'll take that off, and we'll see if it will come off, and we'll look at the carburetor and see what that one wants to look like. That's on there pretty tight. Let me get it off, and then I'll bring it back. Oh, still can't. Ooh, that's a big old dead spider. Ooh, baby. Look at that guy. Edelbrock. Yep. You ready for this? Look, you can see the water inside of it. You see it rocking around in there? It's completely stuck. Oh, yeah, you can see this engine is so full of water that it's literally to the top. Let's pull the dipstick. Wow, alright, we have liquid from about here all the way down, and it's probably all oil and then all water, since oil floats on top of water. I kind of want to pull a spark plug out just to see if there's anything that will come out. I mean, obviously it's a waste of time. We know that this engine is toast, right? But it's literally so full of water that it's up to the top of the carburetor. Oh, I kind of want to take the carb off just to see inside. It also does not help that it rained a whole bunch this past week. So Well, it wasn't completely full of water, but the carburetor was. At least the part where the secondaries are. It looks like the Titanic in there. Yeah, there's no way this engine's any good. No way. No way, Jose. Yum. Yep, there's no there's no hope for this one. But that's okay. It was supposedly is a crate motor and it's not the original one. Yep. Rusty rust. I'm disappointed there was no water that came out of it, but you might have an open valve. Now some of you might be asking, this sat in a field for forever, the frame's got to be toast, everything's got to be all rusty. Well, in Texas, stuff can sit in grass and sit outside for long periods of time, and it really doesn't do much to the metal. I've seen other places like New York State, New Jersey, stuff on the East Coast where it's so humid all summer long there that nothing ever dries out. And yeah, if you're in grass or in any kind of vegetation, stuff just disintegrates. But in Texas, we get pretty dry, so it's not too bad. Let me go ahead and show you the frame. Now, for all the comics out there, yes, there's surface rust, obviously, but we don't care about that. We care about cancer, thick scale, holes, that kind of stuff. This frame's perfect. Even though it sat outside for 5+ years, the exhaust is still there, the frame corners are still there. Luckily, this car has fiberglass floors, so there's no real problem other than like maybe the seatbelt mounts for water to get inside the car. Here's the other side. You can kind of see that's exactly what I'm talking about. So the water just gathers right in the seatbelt mount. Luckily, there is a drain, but those seatbelt mounts look pretty good compared to other ones that I've seen. So yeah, it's sat outside for a long time, but the frame is super nice. You can even see back here, it's all nice Texas metal. Wow, look at those bushings, they just disintegrated. But the fact that all the wheels rolled, I didn't break anything loose. Mostly it's because it's disc brake car, but it hasn't been sitting outside that long. Other stuff on this channel that has been outside for 30+ years, yeah, that stuff, was frozen solid, but this, it's not too bad. it's so much nicer to do this on cars that roll. So much nicer. So all those parts in the back have to come out. I'm not sure if I'm going to do another video on this car. It's either going to be this 1972 or this 1970. I haven't decided which one I want to do on the channel next, but got a few other projects to finish. I figured I would just at least document buying this one before anything, just because I've been chasing this car for 5 years.